Today's lesson is from 7th grade, Module 3, Lesson 2, the distributive property. We're going to start with question 1, talking about Sean and Noor, the pet sitters. Sean earns the same amount of money each day. Noor earns $4 more than Sean each day. Okay. We're going to draw a tape diagram that models the expression to represent the number of dollars Noor earns if she and Sean each work for 5 days. We're going to say W represents the amount Sean earns in dollars each day. Okay. Well, if we're talking about how much money Noor earns compared to Sean, well, if Sean earns W dollars each day and Noor earns 4 more, that would be W plus 4. Okay. That represents Noor's dollars each day. The tape diagram that we're going to draw would be the W plus 4, but if we have 5 of these, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here are 5 of those days. We will get to these where we can then solve these and combine to figure out the total amount that Noor would earn. And we're going to start with number 2, using the area model. Okay, this box is going to represent what's inside the parentheses. Okay, the first box is the first term, which is the W. The second box is the second term, which is a positive 4. Okay. This first blank outside represents what we are going to be multiplying by on the outside. Okay. The distributive property refers to multiplying times a sum or a difference. In this case, we're multiplying with a sum. Okay. So 3 times the sum of W and 4. So when we fill out the rest of our table here, we're filling out what we get when we actually multiply take that back. Put these in the wrong spots. The first blank is the first first blank is going to be your first term, second blank is the second term. So if we're multiplying 3 times W, that is going to give us 3W. If we're distributing, we're multiplying the outside to everything inside. So I have 3 times W equals 3W, and 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay. So 3 times W plus 4 would give us 3W plus 12. Okay. On the next question, number 3, we're going to have -2 out in front of the table, of the boxes. Again, the first blank is going to represent your first term. The second blank is going to represent that second term. So if I have -2 times W, well, a negative times a positive makes a negative. And 2 times W is 2W. So -2 times W is -2W. -2 times 4, again, one of each different signs mean a negative when multiplying, -8. So negative 2w plus negative 8. For 4 and 5, we're going to keep doing the same thing. Okay, number 4, I've got a negative 5 out front that I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying negative 5 times a negative 4w. And this minus 3 is actually going to become a negative 3. Okay, we're always going to include that symbol with our number. Okay, so multiply negative 5 times negative 4w. Same signs mean positive. 5 times 4w, multiply the 5 and 4. 20 times w, 20w. Negative 5 times negative 3 gives a positive. 5 times 3 is 15. So the equivalent expression, by using the distributive property, is 20w plus 15. The distributive property says that I'm going to multiply the outside times each term inside. Question number 5. I have 4.25 out front, so it's going to go in front of the table. The first term in the first box, the second term in the second box. Okay. 4.25 times w is 4.25w. 4.25 times 4 is 17. So the equivalent expression here, 4.25w plus 17. Next example is example number 6. Question number 6. Negative 1/2, that's what's outside the parentheses. That's what we're multiplying everything by. That goes out front of the boxes. I have w for the first term, 4 for the second term. A negative 1/2 times w is negative 1/2 w. And negative 1/2 times 4 makes a negative, and half of 4 is 2, so negative 2. So negative 1/2 w plus negative 2, or negative 1/2 w minus 2. You might see this written in both ways. They are the same expression, and they mean the same thing. Not listed here, but if we go back and we think we have Nora's daily earnings, and she works 5 days. Well, that would be saying taking this amount times 5. Okay. Well, we're going to take the outside amount multiplied times the inside amount. Okay. 5 times w is 5w, plus the outside amount times the other inside amount, 20. Okay, if we set that up with the table method, okay, that would be like saying 5w and 4, which would give us 5 times w, 5w, and 5 times 4, 20, which would give us 5w plus 20.